security guards attached to the Dunamis International Gospel Center, Glory Dome, located along Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Road, Abuja, have arrested 6 human rights activists for wearing #Buhari must go anti-President Muhammadu Buhari t-shirts to the church. About 10 activists went to the church on Sunday morning to worship at the church, but some of them were surprisingly rounded up and arrested by the church security guards, who later handed them over to the operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS). 6 of the activists were whisked away in a Hilux van and 2 power bikes. The activists were manhandled and beaten by the DSS operatives on the church premises, who also seized their mobile phones. Paul Enenche is the senior pastor of the church. A source said security men at Dunamis Gospel Church have arrested activists who wore #Buhari must go t-shirts to their church service. The church security later handed them over to the DSS official, who are currently torturing them. Says, I thought Pastor Dr. Paul Enenche was also preaching about justice. The 6 activists were driven away in a DSS Hilux van and 2 power bikes. Shame on the house of God. About 10 activists decided to attend Dunamis Church in their #Buhari must go t-shirts. The church asked all first-timers to come out for prayers. The patriotic citizens obeyed the clarion call from the altar with their fully displayed Buhari must go shirts. They were immediately apprehended by the church security on their way out of the church and subsequently handed them to the DSS. Kudos to the courageous activists for this creativity. I'm certain if the activists had worn a shirt with the inscription "Say Buhari," they would have ranked as Pastor Enenche's new best friend. Similarly, in April, violent youth descended on 2 middle-aged protesters, Larry Emmanuel and Anene Victor Udoka, who were pasting Buhari must go posters in Lokoja, the Kogi state, the state capital of Kogi. Sahara reporters learned that the irate mob flocked the 2 youth, filmed them and brutalized them before they were later handed over to the police. It was gathered that the police thereafter quizzed the 2 protesters and detained them when they insisted on seeing their lawyer before making a statement. In some viral videos, the protesters were seen being molested and questioned by the mob before they were flogged as the youth forced them to clean their painting of Buhari must go. The court last Thursday resumed trial of the 2 activists after being granted bail after spending 78 days in detention. Well, it has gotten to this level. I said it that anybody who is waiting for 2023, oh, by the time 2023 comes, Buhari will carry his bag and go. You must be making a very big mistake. You are making a very big mistake, and you must be the joker of the century, because there's an agenda. Even if Buhari is going to leave, of course, you've heard him saying that he is not going to release power to somebody who cannot win election or whatever. You might look at it from a different perspective, but it's sending a signal, sending a message. You could remember when he was talking about a dot in a circle, that very soon, in some weeks to come, that Nigerians will begin to see the difference, will begin to see a lot of things, and that is exactly what we are seeing. So if you think, oh, maybe he's talking about those who want to remove him, to remove him being a democratically elected president, that you think he's talking from that angle, you continue to deceive yourself. The other day, we were talking about those 2 guys that were arrested by or apprehended by the youth of Kogi State. What did they do? What is the big deal? They said Buhari must go. And if you say they should clean it, why beating them? Why would they stay for detention for 78 days? For what? For what? You can imagine what it has gotten to. We are still talking about that one. Their case is still in the court. Now we are talking about these people. Well, to me, from the look of things, it has nothing to do with the pastor, or it has nothing to do with the church. I'm sure the security guard in the church must have been coerced or must have been threatened to go and do the needful. Because what is the business of the church? Why? I don't know. I wouldn't know. That's my point. Because I see no reason why the church security will tell somebody because you are wearing this, you are wearing that. Why? Why should they do that? Unless maybe there's something that we don't know, they know. But ordinarily, looking it from the face value, I don't think there's any reasonable person that would think that the church will want to do that to arrest them. For what? So it has gotten to this level. That is with the level we are. So from now to 2023, hey, some of the people who are saying, no, we should just concentrate on 2023. Let's see what will happen. Then we just forget about this government. Do you know what they are going to do? Even before the year runs out, do you know what they are going to do? Now we are beginning to see it. Where secret police or satanic police working for the killers, the movement of the men arrested should be monitored before they use them for sacrifice. You can't silence people with the force of gun and call this unity. Biafra we ask for and Biafra we must get. Church now complicit of the suppression of the people in their fight for justice. You arrested and handed them over to DSS, meaning you want everyone to remain docile and support Buhari. Even Jesus wouldn't do this, and some people will be defending this indefensible acts. I don't think I'm saying it from a different perspective. He must go before now. He can't be a president forever, a leader without a vision. Is this a democratic government or autocratic government? Your guess is as good as mine. Definitely this government must surely collapse. They deserve to be jailed for good 3 years. Only in Nigeria, ordinary civilian person criticized Mr. President. So shameful. Good job, DSS. Okay, it is all these northerners. They are the ones that are always spewing all this nonsense. And the man who was an ordinary man before he became president, he was calling Goodluck Jonathan a lot of different names. He was on the street. Nobody heard him. That is why God will judge all of you that are supporting this nonsense. Unless Buhari himself did not do this kind of a thing to other people. Unless he did not do it. Unless he did not ridicule the then president. Unless he did not how will I put it? He did not remove a democratically elected president, unless he did not criticize and make life uncomfortable or ungovernable for the democratically elected president before he became president. That is only when he will not suffer all these things that is causing, all these things that is causing a lot of people. All of you continue to support him, support nonsense, unless he did not do it though. Unless he did not do the same thing. If he did worse, and nobody even looked at him. I hate the leadership of the disappointed people, of Biafra, for its commitment to ensuring that the Buhari government is ruthlessly and relentlessly dealing with the irresponsible elements in the southeast. These are the people. Another cow. Yes, another cow spotted southeast. Aboki, I'm sure you are at IDP camp. Of course, it only takes somebody who is in IDP camp to be to comment, to make this kind of statement. Yes, that is just it. Because a normal human being cannot comment, cannot say such a thing. What is the purpose of arresting people anytime, every day for standing against injustice? Is it not an example of animals administration? So wearing Buhari must go has become a crime in Nigeria, even in Dunamis church, where injustice needs to be preached. Well, let's hear your opinion. Let's know what you think and know exactly what could be the next line of action.